This is another exciting technical science fair at Wilmington Middle School, which is run by Analog Devices. My name is Chuck Kitchen, and I've been doing this now for 15 years. This is Bill Crocker from Analog Devices, a very hard-working employee of Analog, and he does a lot to help us out on the fair every year. And this is Christine Grande, who is a grade 7 science teacher and a superhero, as I always say. We're having a wonderful time again with the children here. We have a number of very interesting hands-on exhibits this year. We have our usual things. We have soldering. We have electrical wiring. We have a kind of motor table with motors and electromagnets and things. We have an exciting spark table where kids can play with batteries and make sparks and things. We have a radioactivity table where kids can learn about radioactivity, which is very, very important to know about. And we have some exhibits there. We also have a hands-on shop table. This is something that I think is very important, is shop, in other words, using basic hand tools and power tools like drills and hammers and screwdrivers. A lot of kids have not done this before, but it's a very, very useful thing for them to do. We also have a dry ice exhibit, which is a good way to learn chemistry, is kind of by playing with the stuff like dry ice and learning it that way. And we also have a radio demo. One of my friends is a radio buff like I am. He builds radios and plays around with stuff like that. And so we have a good selection of things that we're doing this year. Now, Bill's going to give us some comments.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk for a minute about how I got here. I remember when I was in grade school, a man would come around and he'd give us a demonstration with a lot of technological exhibits about momentum and inertia. And I'm not sure that's why I went into engineering, but I do remember it as being something very important and interesting when I was a kid. And now that I'm working for a sufficiently major corporation, I have the opportunity to help the kids and use Analog Devices resources to try and help build the fair and contribute to the fair. And it's nice to be able to help the kids and show them some of the demonstrations and see the lights in their eyes when they get what you're talking about. So I'm glad we can be here. I'm glad we can contribute and help the school system, and looking forward to a number more years. Thank you.
Okay, yes, and I should also say, like I do every year, the children here are wonderful. People might complain about teenagers sometimes, but I'm telling you, these kids are wonderful. They're very polite, they're very well behaved, and especially with the kind of things we do, which are hands-on, they are just terrific children. Now here's someone who has to work very hard for a living and is really a wonderful person, is Christine.
Hi, so I'm a grade 7 science teacher. I've been here for 20 years, and I can't say enough about what you both just said. The kids love it. They have a great time. It's a great day. They look forward to it. We promote it in the classroom. And Chuck Kitchen also, he comes in once a month and he does demonstrations. The kids look forward to it. Whenever I say, Mr. Kitchen's coming in next week, oh, when? They're really, really excited. So I thank Analog very much for allowing him to do this, because before you retired, you would come in and do this. So thank you.
Yeah. And now, let's take a look at some of these events close up with the children.
All together just like that. I'll solder this wire on this. Just take the soldering and then that means it's melting. So you did a really good push down. There you go. Great. You gotta press it right up there. Now you're gonna take the soldering.
It's over there. They're gonna melt it now.
So, once you have this wafer,
you're going to see an integrated circuit. See it? Every one of these black things, no matter how big they are, has one or more integrated circuits inside it. And these are the things that Analog Devices makes. They're called integrated circuits. They're called integrated circuits.
It's nice to be able to help the kids and show them some of the demonstrations and see the lights in their eyes when they get what you're talking about. So I'm glad we can be here. I'm glad we can contribute and help the school system, and looking forward to a number more years. Thank you.
Dry ice is negative 79 degrees C, negative 143 degrees Fahrenheit. So what's happening is the dry ice is much colder than the spoon. So as the spoon touches the ice, the dry ice sublimates very quickly and moves directly.
It's the emission of particles from an element that is unstable, like uranium is an example of one of those. Alpha and beta are both particles. Okay, just go. That's the uranium, right there. Now this thing that there's Can I make sparks again? Absolutely.
So now you
Exactly. So, do you have a question for me? Do you know the voltage of one?
So that's a conductive swing. See? And that's what makes sound. Do you guys have headphones at home? What kind of headphones? You have like Beats? Yeah, so inside there. Inside.
Make some sparks. Make some more sparks.
Yeah.
Whoa! There you go. There you go. Those are nice sparks. You got that. There you go. Yeah, it's hot. Okay, push the wire down, let it spring away. No, on this side, just at the tip. Just at the tip, push it down, and let it, there you go, like that. Let it spring, whoa!
You're going to get the nail red hot, and then after the nail is red hot, it's going to get even hotter still, and then it's going to melt, and then there's going to be no nail left.
That was terrible.
Okay, now we need to do it with more feeling. Now it's getting red hot. Oh, baby. Oh, and just when you think it can't get any hotter, it gets hotter. What? And now it's melting. That's liquid iron. It's melting. Yeah, there you go.
Yes, sir. Get class right now. All right.
Is it a video or is it?
Yes, sir. Get class right now. All right.
What's happening when the water's moving up? It's going faster, right? It's catching the next drop higher.
The water's still just falling. So why does it look like the water's going up? So every flash catches a drop of water a little higher every time. That produces a bunch of pictures. It's like in the movies. Your brain puts all those pictures together.
Yes, sir. Get class right now. All right. What period is Spanish?
A dash, 2 short ones, and then 2 short ones again. There you go.
So this is a 3D printer. This particular model is a kit from a CobbleBot that my 7th grade daughter and I put together. We got the kit with the parts and the screws and the motors and hooked it all up and fired it up. It melts a plastic called PLA and prints it down in lots of different layers to build up any structure that you can design off the 3D software that you can download off the web and try yourself at home.
See, the different notes have different traces.
My name is Katie McLaughlin.
And I'm Zoe DeRose.
And we're middle schoolers at the Wilmington Middle School. And today we have a fair with the analog devices.
We're in 7th grade, and it's so much fun being here at the tech fair.
It's really cool, and we have hands-on experience, and it's really cool that we get a chance to be here.
It's so much fun, and I think every school should do this.
Thank you, Analog Devices. We really appreciate it.
Hey, Analog, you guys really rock!